Yo, welcome, Alien Armada, episode 9. I'm your host, Nate Allen, and today I have a very special episode for you all. Uh, I know that title is spicy, and that thumbnail. The thumbnail and the title is spicy, mainly because it's my favorite. It's got to be my favorite Stranger Things meme. Also, you probably noticed the green screen's not up today. KTG, Finn, Docile, Just Here, uh, Honey Badger, Frost Knight, Soul Altar. Thank you very much for joining the stream. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Episode 9. How I'm doing today? I've had an interesting day. I started the day pretty sick, honestly. My stomach is not feeling amazing. So today is sort of it's sort of a scuff stream, okay? And I'll explain. If you haven't seen Stranger Things at all, don't worry. I have something for you today. We're gonna dive into it. The first thing I got is I do have a recap. I do have a recap that I feel like we should watch from season 1 to season 3. And then after that, I want to dive into some Stranger Things season 4 theories, and see the good, the bad, and everything in between. I've seen people saying that Stranger Things season 4 is terrible. Yo, 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 yo. Hey. Thank you very much for the Wono Husky. Oh, whoa. Thank you very much for the Wono. I appreciate it, bro. Thank you very much. Honestly. Episode 9. We are going to get into Stranger Things, a recap. And guess what we're also doing today? And part of the reason why my green screen is not up. I am going to finally play some Minecraft Dungeons. I'm playing some Minecraft Dungeons. So this stream might be interesting. Most of it, I will have my video cam up, but as soon as my video cam seems scuffed because I'm playing Minecraft Dungeons, it's going off. I'm turning it off. There's no reason for me to keep it on anymore. So I'm going to be playing some Minecraft Dungeons. We're going to be diving into Stranger Things. We're going to be diving into theories. I'm going to be giving you my takes and my opinions on them. This should be a very interesting Alien Armada episode. Thank you very much for joining me. Lockdown K, Nate, I need permission to chat in your Discord. What? What happened? I don't know what happened, Lockdown. But you know what? It probably has something to do with what you be saying. If you were here, if y'all were here for the last episode, you know exactly what I mean. Lockdown, you know exactly what I mean. Oh, this should be good. Hot sauce is live in 10 minutes. Hey, you know what I really wish we could do? It sucks. I wish we could raid. We can't raid on this platform. I don't think that exists yet. Or I would raid hot sauce or something after my stream. Haha, welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to the stream. I swear this isn't clickbait, okay? We are really going to get into it. All right, let me see here. Aha, okay. So this format looks good. Now let's see what happens when I start up Minecraft Dungeons. That's where it starts to get choppy. Yo, what? Yo, Jedi, thank you very much for the $9.99. Jedi Wolf said, I have multiple donos because I have multiple money and I can't make it one dono. LMA, I don't have 20, but I have $19.77. So, yeah. Jedi, you should hold on to your money, bro. You should save your money, man. I know you're a content creator just like me, okay? You should save your bucks. Okay, all right. If you gon' dono, then Thank you very much for the Wono, bro. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for the donations. I appreciate What is this stream? This is supposed to be the scuffed stream. This is supposed to be the scuffed stream. Okay? That's what this is supposed to be. Wolfie, what's up, bro? It's good to see you. Thank you very much, Jedi, for the Wonos. Sincerely, I appreciate your support, man. Can y'all hear this? Okay. Hold on. I'm literally pulling up Minecraft Dungeons. Aha, there it is. Okay.
Minecraft Dungeons. Press any button to start.
I hate that text-to-speech. Why does it do that? Okay, so that's me. I'm level 2. That's my character right there. Not a human. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Husky. Hey. Oh, and Jedi. Thank you very much for the 99 cents. Husky, thank you very much for the Wonos. This is a Wono stream now. I don't understand how it became a Wono stream, but this is now a Wono stream. I don't know. This is supposed to be scuffed. Y'all aren't supposed to be donating like this. This isn't supposed to happen. I'm not even feeling good today. What is this? You got to go because of dinner? Hey, man, you enjoy your dinner, and thank you very much for the donos. I seriously appreciate it. Okay. Yeah, Nate is eating tonight. What the heck? The dogs are eating. Straight up. Not a human. You're all good. You don't have to stream. You don't have to donate if you watch me, okay? I think I've made that very clear. You don't have to donate. You watching and hitting the like button and subscribing to the channel is enough support for me. And I will say that 1,000 times over. If you donate, I will tell you what the money goes towards. The money goes towards me getting a better graphics card. It's going to go towards my rent and food that I need to pay for, and my dogs. That's literally where the money goes. I don't be buying no Gucci, no Louis, no nothing. Okay, I don't be. Oh, and I do get YouTube merch. Y'all see, I do get YouTube merch. All right, for my favorite content creators. So that's where the money typically goes. Okay. Stranger Things, we're going to watch a recap of season 1 through 3 for all the people who have not seen any of the Stranger Things seasons. If you haven't seen any of them, we're going to finally watch a recap from 1 through 3. That way you get all caught up. Hit that like button and subscribe today if you're new. Join in 8 aliens. All right. Oh, Papa Hot Sauce. Stranger Things on Friday. We bought some Surfer Boy pizza to eat while we watch. I feel it, bro. I feel it.
Previously on Stranger Things. The season opens with Mike, Dustin, Lucas, and Will playing a game of Dungeons and Dragons and are fending off a monster they call the Demogorgon. However, on his way home, Will faces a monster of his own and is abducted. The next morning, Will's mum Joyce and his brother Jonathan realize he's not there and start to panic. At school, the boys also realize Will is missing while being bullied by a couple of mouth breathers. We then
Wolfie, thank you very much for the Wono. I don't know why y'all are supporting me so much this stream, but I appreciate it. I don't know what I did that's different, but thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching, Wolfie, and thank you for being one of the more dedicated people that are part of my team. I really, really appreciate you. Wait, what did HSB say? All about that Stranger Things vibes, and the CG5 song coming out on Friday too. Seriously, I'm excited for that. I literally can't wait. The preview
Meet
looked
Mike's sister
amazing.
Nancy and her best friend
The preview for CG5's new song looked absolutely amazing.
Barb, who's concerned about Nancy's new relationship with the school heartthrob Steve. We're introduced to the local sheriff Jim Hopper, who Joyce talks to about Will's disappearance. Meanwhile, a local government facility is suiting up and venturing into an alien-looking gateway, and we learn that a young girl recently escaped the facility. Her name is 11. 11 sneaks into a nearby diner for something to eat and makes friends with the owner of the establishment. We learn that
it's better now, I will say that. It's better now that I've been on stream with y'all. But I started the day off a little sick, honestly, if I'm being honest. Like, I started the day off sick, and I started the day off not feeling too great. But I feel good now. I feel a lot better now. I'm getting all these freaking donos. Who would not be happy? Also, I'm playing a pretty cool game right now, and listening to a recap on Stranger Things. I never even thought that this would ever be something I can do for content, but that's fun.
11 has special abilities before the owner is murdered and 11 escapes once again. The boys are told not to go looking for their friend as the search
Husky's
escalates.
at least a millionaire.
Joyce receives a shocking phone call from Will, and the boys go looking for Will despite their warning, but come across 11 instead. They take 11 home to Mike's house where she sleeps the night in the basement. Mike learns of the bad men coming after 11, and 11 learns the basics of modern life before recognizing Will in one of Mike's pictures. In a flashback, we're showing the awful test that 11 has been put through because of her powers, and the leader of the operation, Dr. Brenner, is seen as her fatherly figure, who she calls Papa.
Yup,
The boys
Papa.
then learn of 11's powers as Hopper continues searching for Will, who 11 explains is in a place known as the Upside Down, being held prisoner by the Demogorgon. Elsewhere, Nancy and Barb attend a party at Steve's parents' house, which Barb does not approve.
Y'all don't want to see that. As soon as I get the bell, it'll be dangerous. I'm just going to be swinging it the whole freaking stream. Just ring, 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 ring.
Of. Nancy then ditches Barb before she is photographed by Jonathan and disappears into the night. Joyce receives shocking phone call number 2 and discovers that Will is talking to her through the electricity. And let's just say her household gets pretty lit. Hopper starts investigating the government facility and Nancy realizes that Barb is missing. Joyce meanwhile makes progress contacting Will before the Demogorgon reveals itself to her. Hopper discovers the facility is caught up in multiple lawsuits, but all hope is soon lost when Will's dead body is recovered from a river. However, 11 manages to tune into Will singing on Mike's walkie-talkie. Joyce and Jonathan identify Will's body, but Joyce refuses to believe the corpse is her son. The police start looking into Barb's disappearance, and Nancy and Jonathan admit to each other that they saw a faceless creature the night Barb vanished. The boys prepare 11 to be taken out in public.
I know I'm
and they all
supposed to be
attend a school
freaking playing
assembly for
too.
Will, where 11 teaches the mouth breathers a lesson. Hopper starts to connect the dots and discovers Will's body is a fake. He breaks into the facility and discovers what is really going down there. Then suddenly wakes up in his house where he finds a bug in his light fixture. Nancy and Jonathan go looking for the faceless creature, and the kids go looking for the entrance to the Upside Down, which 11 stops them from finding for their own safety.
This is arguably when people were saying this show was amazing. This is where a lot of people are saying that the show should have stopped. Oddly enough, some people were really trying to say that the first season was the best season and they shouldn't have made another season. Like, how? How do you do that to a bunch of fans?
Nancy finds the entrance before confronting the Demogorgon, then is saved by Jonathan, who Steven is getting jealous of. After sabotaging the boys' plan, 11 runs away and steals some Eggos, which is her favorite food, from a local grocery store. Hopper confirms Joyce's
literally the
suspicions,
whole
and they talk
show's
to a
an
severely
Eggo ad.
disabled woman who lost her daughter to the government facility. Nancy and Jonathan equip themselves to fight the Demogorgon before Jonathan is arrested for fighting Steve. Hopper and Joyce then team up with Nancy and Jonathan as they are looking for the same enemy. The boys have an encounter with their bullies, which causes Mike to jump off a cliff. However, he is saved by 11, who returns and breaks the bully's arm. However, the bad men track down the children, who are now on the run, and 11 saves the day again by flipping one of their vans. Steve ends up being one of the good guys, and Hopper finds the kids. 11 tries to communicate with Will to no avail, however she thinks she could do it if her senses were blocked out and she was submerged in water. She then finds Barb's dead.
Oh my lord, that's a cursed image. Oh man, that's grisly. And people were saying that this show wasn't scary. What? This show had all the horror themes to make it scary. It was definitely very creepy. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
Dead body and encourages Will to hold on a little longer. Meanwhile,
Toss
Hopper and Joyce
styles
break
over
into
it.
the facility to find Will before they are captured by security. Hopper then makes a deal with them to allow Joyce and him into the Upside Down. While in there, we see flashbacks of Hopper's daughter who died of cancer at a young age. Nancy,
I appreciate
Jonathan,
you,
and
Husky.
Steve lure
Thank
the
you for
Demogorgon
joining.
into the house and try to trap it.
I'll send you out with a clap out, bro. We appreciate Husky Owo around here.
But fail. Mike confesses his true feelings for Eleven before the bad men arrive to take her away, but are interrupted by the Demogorgon who kills them all. Joyce finds Will on the brink of death, but Hopper resuscitates him. Eleven grows weak but uses her last ounce of strength to disintegrate the Demogorgon, taking her with it. Will recovers in hospital and Hopper is seen getting into a government vehicle. 1 month later and we again see the boys playing, but Mike still misses Eleven. Nancy ends up back with Steve and Will is still suffering from his experience in the Upside Down.
You stopped watching
Hopper is
season
then
4 because
seen
of the
leaving
gore.
Eggos in the woods.
I will admit that
We're first
aspect of
introduced to a girl who can
that aspect of season 4 is kind of hard to watch. I will admit that. And that's me being someone who's watched all kinds of horror movies and scary movies, and I don't get scared easily. But I will tell you that some of the scenes from season 4 really did bother me as well. Like it's just really that upsetting to look at visually. Like seeing someone's insides be sucked into them. Yeah, no.
can make people see what she wants them to see, and she reveals a tattoo just like Eleven's. Mike, Dustin, Lucas and Will head down to their local arcade where they find a player named Mad Max has beaten their high score in Dig Dug, when suddenly Will experiences the Upside Down and witnesses something emerging in the sky before snapping out of his trance.
The Walton Files.
Hopper is back
a
at
little
work and
bit.
being pestered by a local conspiracy theorist who is starting to piece things together regarding Eleven and the facility. But
We're about to get really spicy in this vid, y'all, because I can't wait to react to the negative reviews. I can't wait to react to the negative reviews. Like, what is someone supposed to even say that is so bad about season 4? I can't wait.
Hopper dismisses him to look into a local farmer's pumpkin patch that's been poisoned.
What's up, Justin?
We're introduced to Billy and his younger
Justin
sister
came in
Max, who the
dancing,
boys
too.
discover is the notorious Mad Max who beat their high score. Joyce has a new boyfriend named Bob and
Hey,
is trying
welcome
to
to the
get
stream,
some answers
Hybrid.
about Will's recent episodes in the Upside Down. Dr. Owens is Will's specialist who also supervises the maintaining of the Upside Down gateway, preventing it from spreading. Nancy and Steve visit Barb's parents' house, who just hired a private investigator to help find their daughter, which overwhelms
Hey,
Nancy
you enjoy your
with guilt.
food, Frost Knight.
Jonathan tries to cheer Will up before he has another episode and witnesses the Shadow Monster. Hopper retreats to a cabin in the woods where him and Eleven are currently residing. Eleven
game
escaped
is
the Upside
fun.
Down and now Hopper won't let her leave the cabin in order to keep her safe. Joyce discovers Will's drawings and alerts Hopper, who is the only person she can trust. The boys are the only ones that dress up for Halloween but try to enlist Max
No
into their
way.
group. We learn that her
You're going
brother
to Six Flags? Have fun.
is bad news and he threatens to run the boys over with his car. Hopper looks further into the
Wolfish
poison
Karma,
crops in
hello.
the area and finds a pattern. Joyce and Bob fantasize about moving away to escape these events, and Nancy confesses to Steve that their relationship is bullshit. Meanwhile, Eleven finds a way to communicate with Mike, and Dustin finds a little creature in his trash and calls him Dart. Not sure what it is, Dustin starts doing some research.
Yup.
Bob tells Will to stand up to the monsters that haunt him, and while one relationship blossoms, another ends. Tired of being cooped up in the cabin, Eleven leaves in search of Mike and the gang, who are trying to figure out what Dart is. Will recognizes it from the Upside Down, and the group decide to destroy it, but Dustin has other ideas.
Good morning, Bina.
Eleven finds
Bina?
Mike and thinks he's falling for Max, so she makes Max fall instead. Eleven has a meltdown, Will gets possessed, and Jonathan and Nancy decide to meet up with Barb's parents to tell them the truth. Little do they know they're being watched and are taken to the facility where they are warned against telling anyone about the town's impending doom. The shadow monster starts taking over Will's body and he starts drawing some sort of map. 11 finds newspaper clippings of a woman that is likely her mother, so she tries to communicate with her and learns her own real name is Jane. Nancy and Jonathan
good.
skip town in
Oh,
search
that was
of
a
answers,
creeper.
and Dart eats the family cat. Hopper discovers the cause
I
of the
totally
crop
almost
poisoning,
died.
some upside-down tunnels which try to consume him. Dart gets pucked and 11 goes looking for her mother and finds she is traumatized by the events that separated the two of them. Nancy and Jonathan meet up with the conspiracy theorist and they help each other fill in the blanks. Bob helps Joyce find Hopper and Will starts feeling the damage the facility is causing to the gateway. Dustin teams up with Steve to help kill Dart, but he's already escaped into the tunnels. Joyce gets fired up and so do John and Nancy. Hopper recovers after his experience and is shown the full scale of the upside down tunnels. The gang meet up at the junkyard to take care of these demo dogs, and Steve saves the day. The monster inside Will ambushes the workers in the tunnels, and 11 learns of her long-lost sister who was raised in the facility with her.
That's
Carly,
right.
aka 8, and her gang of vigilantes spend their
8.
time serving justice to the
I remember 8. And you know what's funny? I was trying to explain kind of what happened in this season to my wife, and she literally did not remember any of this. She didn't remember anybody. She didn't even remember number 8, and I honestly don't blame her for that. There's so much that's happened in these seasons that feel like they're not very critical to the story because they didn't last as main characters. Finn. Hey, I guess when you got it like that, that's just what you do. You just have money like that. You have the money to eat, to come in, donate, and just dip. Oh my lord, I totally almost died.
those who have wronged them. 8 trains 11 to become more powerful and gives her a bitchin' makeover. 11
You're
joins
eating
the
right
dark
now.
side, but remembers that
I
her
feel
friends
it.
need her and returns to Hawkins. The demo dogs infiltrate the facility and our heroes are
It's-
trapped inside.
Is it just like,
We learn why
oh
Billy
crap,
is the way
I
that
might
he
die.
is, and Nancy and Jonathan return to help out back at the facility. Bob sacrifices himself so
fine.
the rest can escape, and Dustin points out that the shadow monster displays traits of a mind flayer, which means that Will feels what it feels. The demo dogs return, but so does 11, and she's reunited with Mike. But
Literally.
there's some tension between her and Max, but a different type of tension between Billy and Mike's mum.
Does
11
you're playing
returns to the
Minecraft
facility
Dungeons
to
too?
end things once and for all. Max takes down Billy and the heat gets turned up on Will. The gang destroy the tunnels and demo dogs while 11 uses everything she has to finally close the door on the Upside Down. 1 month later and Barb is finally laid to rest and Hopper officially
Barb.
adopts 11. Back at school,
Poor
everyone
Barb.
attends the snowball. Dustin strikes out twice before Nancy swoops
F in the
in.
chat for Barb.
Mike and 11 share a long-awaited kiss, and all is well in Hawkins. At least for now.
Ooh.
A Russian base is working on a super weapon to open up the gateway between our world and the Upside Down, and are near the point of success. Meanwhile,
This-
Mike and 11's relationship is going strong, much to the disgust.
Can I just say that this game is so well polished? Like, what is this actually? It's so well made.
Of Hopper. The gang minus Dustin, who is at camp, meets up at Hawkins' brand new hotspot, Starcourt Mall, where we meet Steve's Scoops Ahoy work colleague, Robin. But we're interrupted by a citywide blackout
Hello,
caused
Light
by some
Diffusion.
suspicious underground activity, which also happens to disable magnets. Dustin gets a warm welcome back at home, but the heat's really getting turned up at the swimming pool. Hopper gets some advice from Joyce about 11's relationship with Mike, and Joyce
Okay.
recommends writing a heartfelt letter, which doesn't come naturally to Hopper. Nancy and Jonathan are struggling to find their way as interns for the local newspaper, and Dustin shows the newly reunited gang his high-tech radio transmitter, which he uses
Dustin
to communicate
carries.
with his girlfriend he met at
Can we just say how Dustin carries half of the season? Like, Dustin is always carrying the season. He is so hilarious he's funny, like, and witty, but also he benefits, like, he adds so much benefit to the group because he's tech savvy. Like, half the time the group doesn't even know what they want to do until Dustin figures it out for everybody.
Camp, which nobody believes. Mike gets under Hopper's skin, the letter is discarded, and
Maybe
Mike is
reacting
kicked
to
out
Wendy
and
Goon's
threatened to leave
FNAF
11
VHS.
alone.
I do
With
want
his
to.
transmitter, Dustin accidentally tunes into a secret Russian broadcast and hears a secret code whilst Karen backs out of a date with Billy, who finds himself otherwise occupied. 11 tries to meet up with Mike, but too scared to confront Hopper, Mike lies to get out of it, which makes a very happy Hopper, who scores a date with Joyce. The magnets stop working again, Nancy and Jonathan take their journalistic work into their own hands, and 11 decides to hang out with Max instead. Billy is not his normal self after the night before, and Lucas's sister Erica
I appreciate
stirs up
you
trouble
joining
at
Creative
Scoops
Evie.
Ahoy.
You
The
enjoy the rest of your
journalistic
morning.
heroes go to see an old lady whose rats are behaving oddly familiar. Hopper has problems following the mayor's rules, and 11 has problems following Hopper's rules of staying out of public. Concerned about the blackouts and magnets, Joyce seeks assistance
I'm
from
not
the
falling
one and
for that,
only
not a human.
Mr. Clark. 11 gets a new look and catches Mike in a lie.
I did. I
resulting
just
in
looked
him
behind me
getting
anyway.
dealt.
I just fell for
Hopper
it.
is then stood up after Joyce is distracted by the magnets. Billy kidnaps one of his colleagues from the pool and brings her to the steel mill where he was previously taken. And 11 accidentally stumbles across him whilst using her powers to spy on the boys. Will has trouble accepting that the group is growing up, and Joyce tries to explain to Hopper why she's been so distracted. Nancy's rat story gets turned
Welcome,
down,
Nell.
11 learns of the girl Billy kidnapped, and Joyce and Hopper retrace their footsteps in the research lab from their last brush with the Upside Down. But someone is
So I think the reason why the names are so basic is it's because they're trying to mimic a time. They're trying to mimic a specific time period, and in that time period, I think a lot of the names that they used for the characters were what was common. I think. That's my excuse. That's my excuse for them. I could be completely off, but that's what I'm going to assume that that's the reason for it.
hot on their trail. Dustin, Steve and Robin figure out the meaning of the Russian code words and learn of a secret meeting. And the old lady with the rats has a secret of her own. 11 and Max investigate Billy's strange behaviour, and it turns out everything's fine. Or at least it appears
Billy
that
and
way
Max,
before they bring
oh
more
my
victims
God,
to the
the
steel
Billy and
mill
Max
where a familiar
saga.
creature is feeding. And the kids are noticing a familiar pattern. They decide to go after Billy and lure out the creature with what Will knows it hates: heat. A plan is hatched for the secret Russian meeting, and Erica's assistance is required to fit in the air duct to get there. Hopper learns the mayor is corrupt and obtains information on what is really going on. And Erica is successful in accessing the Russian meeting place. This
Okay.
meeting place, however, turns out to be a major operation being performed underneath Hawkins. The kids corner Billy in a sauna, and 11 fights the monster inside of Billy. The kids escape, but the people of Hawkins aren't so lucky. Dustin and gang attempt
yeah.
to find a way out of this
Don't worry, there's definitely going to be a FNAF song stream. Trust me.
newfound base, while Joyce and Hopper try to find a way in and kidnap the Russian scientist Dr. Alexei. But as usual, someone is right behind them. Joyce tries to get information out of Alexei without success, and they try to find their way back to town. Steve and friends find a way out of the elevator of the
he's
Russian
buffing 'em.
base, and Alexei finds his way to 7-Eleven. The kids discover what Billy has been up to, and Hopper
Holy
and friends
crap.
enlist the help of conspiracy theorist Murray, who turns out was pretty accurate with his conspiracies. The kids go to the hospital where the old rat lady was kept to learn more, but the creature is feeding too fast. In the Russian base, the gang discovers the upside down super weapon and then try to escape, but Robin and
Are you supposed to name the characters, Barney? I think what it is like... For real, I will say that's kind of a... what do you call it? It's such a nitpick critique, is that the characters' names aren't memorable.
and Steve are captured. 11 fights the creature in the hospital and it retreats underground to feed. The kids plan, the adults plan, and Dustin and Erica plan to rescue Robin and Steve, who are being drugged and interrogated by the Russians. Using her powers to find Billy, 11 gets a peek inside his memories, which are now shrouded in darkness. And they lead her to the steel mill, where the creature is growing stronger by the minute. At the fun fair, the town of Hawkins is celebrating, oblivious to the
Oh my-
looming danger right on their doorstep. Dustin and Erica find
I'm about
Steve and
to die.
Robin, who are rendered useless due to the drugs, and they finally find an exit. The creature comes for 11 and her leg is badly wounded.
Oh.
In search for the
Never
kids,
mind.
the adults
I
head
got
to the
it.
fair, and Murray draws attention to the sexual tension between Joyce and Hopper, and finds a friend in Alexi. The kids go to a nearby store to plan how to defeat the creature. Dustin finally makes contact with the rest of the kids, whilst Robin
my
and
God.
Steve get the drugs out of their system. Steve confesses he likes Robin, and Robin explains he's barking up the wrong tree. Meanwhile, at the
So
fair, whilst
close.
Joyce and Hopper search for the kids, Murray shows Alexi the fun that can be had at a carnival.
Yeah, they do. What is... Oops. Oh well.
Hopper, Joyce, and Murray narrowly manage to escape the fair. In her usual fashion, 11 saves the day. However, the wound in her leg overcomes her, and she discovers a part of the creature is inside her and she must remove it. The gang is then reunited and learn the
do I
Russian
get rid of
superweapon
this,
needs to be shut down to close the gate between the two worlds. It's Hopper, Joyce, and Murray's turn to go underground, and Dustin's transmitter is used to talk to them. Murray goes deeper inside the base to destroy the weapon from the inside out,
Rip.
but time is running out. Since 11 removed the creature from her leg, her telekinetic powers are now gone, and the creature now knows where they are. Whilst waiting for Murray, Joyce and Hopper open up about their feelings towards one another.
Hopper.
Murray tries to sabotage the super weapon, and the kids try to escape the mall, but are thwarted by Billy. Well, nearly. It turns out Dustin really does have a girlfriend.
My favorite. This is like one of my favorite parts. This is one of my favorite parts in the entire show. Honestly. And I love the memes that came out of it. The never-ending story. The never-ending story. It's so adorable.
Billy comes for 11 and presents her to the creature, but the gang distracts it with fireworks. To
She's
destroy
real.
the super weapon once and for all, 2 people are needed. However, Hopper is delayed fighting the Russian henchmen. 11 reminds Billy of who he really is by showing him the memories she saw.
Little did everyone know that Dustin is actually the true Chad of the show. Ooh, hard to watch. Honestly, this game is a lot more fun than I expected it to be. Season 5. Could you imagine? They are in California. Wow. R.I.P. Billy. All this is gonna be like me watching this in my... Oh, that's a terrible place to pause. But me watching this right now makes a lot of sense for what we're about to get into, okay? This is all just the precursor. This is for the people who literally have not seen season 1 through season 3 or have not watched them in a long time, which is a lot of people. Because I am going to get into the season 4 reviews and the season 4 theories. And that's going to be fun. So stay tuned for that. R.I.P. Red Ranger. Hey, Gadden Matarazzo, man. That guy literally carrying Stranger Things, low-key. He really is. What's up, Bane? Welcome, welcome, welcome. You showed up at, like, the worst time. I'm just kidding. Not the worst time. It could have been worse. You could have showed up in the middle of a huge spoiler.
The buyer's household
Oh,
decides
well,
to move away.
this kind of
The
is.
powerless Eleven is going with them. Mike and Eleven share a final kiss before Joyce hands over Hopper's discarded letter
What
for her
is
to
this
read.
button? I'm going to turn off tutorial. How do I do it? Settings, game. I want to learn on my own.
Meanwhile, in Russia, the Russians have prisoners being held in cells, taking them out and feeding them
they did.
to an all too familiar
They
creature.
mentioned it. Oh. Hold on. Okay, I'm back. I just had to give y'all the jazz. I know y'all love the jazz. I had to give y'all the jazz. Okay. Okay. Hold on. Hold on, chat. All right. All right. The next video we're going to watch, we're going to continue our spree of diving deeper into the strangest thing of Stranger Things. Okay. We're going to get into the first season 4 theory. Actually, should we watch a season 4 recap? Do you need a recap of season 4, or can I crack into the theories? How are we feeling? Season 4 was amazing. No. Yes. I'm dating the dating Gorgon. Bane, look, okay. You can't be dating the Demogorgon. Okay, that's not where we're at. You need to chill, Bane. Okay, let me find season 4. Let me find a recap for season 4. And then we're going to get into the theories. Whoa, why is this recap an hour and 34 minutes? No. Oddly enough, it doesn't look like there's any Stranger Things Season 4 Volume 1 recaps right now, and it's probably just because people are waiting for Volume 2. Okay. Okay. I think we should dive into the reviews then. Yeah, because Season 4 episodes are hour long. I just feel like the other episodes were all long too. I don't feel like that changes anything. But that's okay. I got something for y'all. Okay. Stranger Things. How Stranger Things 4 saved the show. This is the first review we're going to get into. This got popped up in my recommended multiple times. I'm excited to watch this. I want to see what someone's opinion is on season 4. We're going to watch the good reviews and we're going to watch the bad ones. Okay. This one is saying that this saved the show. So let's see what they have to say about it. This is by the YouTuber Zeepstirred. Let me go ahead and hit that like button just to show support. Okay. Are y'all ready? What is this chat? What are y'all on? I don't know what timing y'all on.
So Stranger Things 4 released the other week, and it made me love the series once again. Now, I wasn't really in a rush to check out Stranger Things 4, and it wasn't because I really hated the series or anything. It was more like I was burnt out on Stranger Things. And that's weird because
a lot
the
of
last
people
time we
felt
got
like
a
that, I
season was
think.
with Stranger Things 3, and that came out almost 3 years ago. And I wasn't really alone in this opinion. There have been other people who themselves weren't too keen or excited about this season. Maybe it was due to the circles I found myself in, but I didn't really hear anyone being hyped about Stranger Things 4 on the onset of its release. Some may argue that the lack of hype was due to the fact that it had been 3 years since the last season and people just simply moved on, which could be a decent argument, but if I'm being honest, it's more...
I just got destroyed. Holy crap. What happened? How? How did they destroy me like that? I don't even get it. I couldn't even roll out of it. They just followed me until death. Like, I really got clapped.
more complex than that. I think the problem came that the show wasn't as special as it was when it first came out in 2016. Let me go through all the seasons real quick and how the hype died, and how Stranger Things 4 brought it back. So let's talk about 1980s nostalgia. There is truly no other decade that has been so oversaturated in its aesthetic and in its regurgitation. I can see that now because although Stranger Things wasn't exactly the first piece of media to glorify the 80s, I would definitely say it was a catalyst to everything that came after. Except when Stranger Things did it in 2016, they did it fairly well. You can say anything you want about nostalgia baiting, but when it's done well, it is truly incredible. The first season of Stranger Things in this regard was special. I don't know, maybe we were all a little more optimistic back then. Like, we were just like, oh, hell yeah, man, I love the 1980s.
Hey, it wasn't the first level, okay? This is like level 2 or something, I think. This is either level 2 or yeah, I think this is level 2. We're not going to talk about it, all right? We're not going to talk about it like Bruno.
Stranger Things, the 1980s was really just a backdrop over a story that was honestly incredibly engaging. Here we have a group of kids coming together in a coming-of-age story in a season that is tightly written. And it all felt just so complete by the end of its first season. And yes, this was done intentionally. Originally, Stranger Things was going to become an anthology series, one that would bring in new characters with each season and a new set of stories. Like, who knows, maybe they would have done different decades, like the 1990s or 1960s. Knowing the Duffer Brothers and how good they are at writing, I believe they would have excelled in this proposition. Besides that, everyone fell in love with Season 1 of Stranger Things. It was just frequently consistent with its humor, its music, its shift in
I needed
tone
more
whenever it
damage.
wanted to change. There were no random quips or anything from the kids that felt awkward or just forced. So when Stranger Things 2 had an ad during the Super Bowl of 2017,
I have armor in
people
here
were hyped.
too.
People were excited to get back to Hawkins. And then they watched Stranger Things 2, and it was definitely a season, alright. Listen, I don't really hate Stranger Things 2. I think it has a lot of good, actually. And I think about that throughout the entire series of Stranger Things, really. I think a lot of the good
I heard about the new Minecraft game, Minecraft Legends. Minecraft Legends, right? I haven't seen anything about it. I haven't watched anything about it, but I did see it in my launcher. Because I launched up the launcher and it did this little cute animation for Minecraft Legends. So that looks exciting.
Ways any of the annoyances or grievances I have. I mean, Stranger Things 2 is true to its name. It's basically more Stranger Things,
There's a battle
except
pass?
not as consistent as the first season. The characters are fleshed out more, becoming more complex
there's
than
a
just
battle
80s stereotypes.
pass.
And I do like the addition of Bob and Max. Although Bob has a brief appearance in the show, he makes for a real well-rounded character. Probably my favorite character introduced in Season 2, though, is Murray. Especially because he has the best joke in the entire series.
So,
Hold on. Oh, this is cool. I gotta play this game a bit more. I gotta play this game a bit more before I get the battle pass, because I don't know how much I like it yet. I do like it though, and this is kind of cool. Wow. Season 1. Oh, you can get the Season 1 and the Season 2. They don't get rid of their battle passes. Wow. Brownie Wolf 68. The chat keeps blocking my message about simping for Russian Demogorgon. You know what? And the chat, auto chat moderator is within its right. Okay? Why you simping for a Demogorgon? Why? Okay, let's continue.
Shut up, then. How was the pullout? The sofa.
Oh yeah, it was good.
I bet. Oops.
But there are things about Season 2 that me and a lot of the audience just don't like, that makes this entire season inconsistent as shit. Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce to you Season 2, Episode 7 of Stranger Things, also known as The Lost Sister. It's not that good. Essentially, Eleven had a sister, and they were trying to do like this X-Men type of like
That's
plot
why
line,
they didn't like
and Eleven
it.
isn't the only one with all these.
I will admit, look, some people say this is their, look, someone in the chat, I don't know, remember who it was, but one of y'all in the chat even said it, Season 2 was your favorite. So there's a decent amount of fans that really, really love Season 2 for their introduction of like the different people and like the sister and everything and the different powers. And I really thought it was going to go further. And I think that that's my main complaint. My main complaint was that I felt like they created this world of characters and they closed it. Like it was pretty finite. They went into Season 3 without them. And it just felt so one-off. It felt like such a one-shoot that it felt lazy. That was my big criticism of it. You know, you're going to introduce these colorful characters with all these powers and stuff and tell us, you know, Eleven's history and all this and that. And then you just literally get rid of them. Like they don't matter at all. They're not critical whatsoever to the story of Stranger Things. Like Season 3 does not care about them at all. In Season 4 so far has no mentions of them. Not a single mention like, oh, I remember 8. What happened to 8? My wife, like I mentioned before, my wife literally forgot about 8. She forgot that 8 was even a character. Like, it's bad. It's bad. I am definitely a Nintendo fan. I think this says enough. Okay. It says enough. I have this guy right here. I'm definitely a Nintendo fan.
These special powers, and although they do continue with that plotline in Stranger Things 4, I would argue it's done differently and better. People had problems when this came out, like real major issues with this episode. And it's no wonder that they ditched this plotline, never to return to it, even after all these years later.
Yeah,
it just feels like really awkward when you rewatch the show and get to that episode of the season knowing that none of this goes anywhere. And maybe I'll be eating my own words, maybe the Duffer Brothers will bring back this plotline, but I doubt it. Apparently its purpose was to introduce this backdoor pilot that would follow number 8, but since no one liked it...
There's a direct on... I can't react to it, huh? I'm afraid now to react to all live streams because I got banned that one time since I got cut off for reacting to VidCon. Or I would. That would sound like a good time to me. Reacting to a Nintendo Direct, I would be super hype. Moondrop is a Demogorgon.
It didn't end up becoming a show. At this point, I started to fall out a little bit from Stranger Things. I was still eager with that cliffhanger at the end of Season 2, but at this point I was just like, it'll come out when it comes out. Cut to July 4th, 2019. Let me just say something. Although I really like Stranger Things 4, it is nothing compared to the marketing of Stranger Things 3. It's just the colors, the music, and everything around it made that summer seem so vibrant. They really took advantage of that 4th of July theming. Similar to how Stranger Things 2 released right before Halloween and takes place right before Halloween, which is missing from Stranger Things 4. I thought they would rely on another holiday. With that
Wow.
being said, Stranger Things 3 was chaotic and dumb, but oh my god, it was so fun, and a huge step up from Stranger Things 2. I mean, we all remember Alexei, he was pretty epic.
That man in there, I know he doesn't look it, but he is one of the most dangerous men in the world. He's murdered many children.
The Russians, some
right.
people were mixed on. Personally, I find that entire plotline hilarious, and I like the type of parody of like a Terminator type of like action film the entirety of the season. With that being said, the 80s stuff started to be a little jarring. Like, there's this new Coke scene, which serves as like an advertisement of some sort.
Oh man, don't get me started on the ads. Don't get me started on the ads in Stranger Things. Okay? There are so many moments in the movie, or sorry, the show, where it is so obvious that they're pushing a product for a sponsor that came through and basically kept their show running. Like, it's so obvious that they baked them within the plot. And sometimes it's fun. I'm not going to lie to you. Like, sometimes I play a game out of it. Me and my wife will play a game out of it when we're watching. We're like, catch the ad. You know? Just catch the ad. We're like, they're eating a box of cereal or something, and it happens to zoom in on the brand. You know what I'm saying? Or like they're sipping on an old school Coca-Cola can very slowly, and they're showcasing the brand in the front of the frame. You see what I'm saying? There's all kinds of moments like that where I almost feel like they're panning out runtime with ad space.
To be like, hey, it's 1985, this is what was going on. Another thing I'd like to mention, and you know, as much as I love Back to the Future, I mean, it's my favorite movie of all time, it's kind of forced seeing it be just implemented into Stranger Things 3 without any, like, real purpose whatsoever. And maybe Stranger Things was always this way. Maybe by the time I reached the third season, I just became sick of it. The entire glorification of the 1980s without, like, any real purpose to it. Personally, in Season 1, when they used the song, Should I Stay or Should I Go?, it was met with deeper meaning as it connected with Will and Jonathan. It didn't feel forced at all because its purpose was well-serving for the entire plot, and for knowing our characters. It doesn't upset me seeing Back to the Future on the screen.
Oh,
it
man.
just feels like a little just like, yeah,
Oh, he is touching on something great. By the way, this chat is sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends. The funniest thing about this, too, is that I know for a fact that I try to put monetization on my stream. So it's possible that someone literally just clicked on in here, got an ad, and after the ad, they literally heard me talking about ads. I love it. I love it. This is something that this reviewer is touching on that I really, really like. The aspect of the music within Stranger Things. Because the first season, the music was so brilliant throughout the season. The music felt so well placed. And there are some gems in there that I've never even heard of before. Even the Stranger Things theme song alone, in my opinion, hinted at the ability for this show to communicate that they have talented artists and musicians on the roster, you know, of the show, in the production of the show. Like, there are people who have a literal ear for good music. So I was a little disappointed come season 2 and season 3 at the lack of that, at the lack of like unique music, at the lack of different perfect uses of music. I feel like season 4 kind of returned to that a little bit. There's definitely some songs in season 4 that fit so well with the world and for the scenes to convey a certain emotion.
get it, it's the 80s. And don't get me wrong, I know that setting is important, and I appreciate the fashion and all the details they put in to make it seem like it is the 1980s, but when it's so like over the top, it kind of gets like in the way and really distracts the individual. It should really be an add-on, not the overall focus, if that makes any sense. Despite all of this, I still thought Stranger Things 3 was pretty good, and most people did as well. The problem was that it came out, and then people stopped talking about it. And this may be one of the biggest hindrances when it comes to Stranger Things. It is on Netflix. And on Netflix, usually when a show comes out, the entire season comes out on the same day. People binge and watch it, and there's no chance to
Oh, now he's talking about the argument of whether or not binge watching is good for the culture. Is binge watching good for shows overall in production? Or is binge watching actually hurting the overall like entertainment media center. Because I've seen that conversation come up on Twitter a lot, of people saying if you have to wait a week to watch your favorite show, it makes the show more engaging and more people talk about it, as opposed to if you binge it and you have all the episodes available to you, there's going to be people who will watch the show within the first 3 days and never return to it again. I like this conversation. I like where this is going.
Discuss or have any conversation about it, because it's over so quickly. You know, it is what it is. It's just like, it'll be like a week later after its release, and I totally forgot what happened in Stranger Things 3, because I finished the entire thing in like 8 hours. To compare, and don't worry, I'm not going to spoil this, I've been watching Better Call Saul's final season on a weekly basis. I mean, this is how I've been watching Better Call Saul for its entirety of its run. With each new episode, there's time to discuss what happened on like forums or whatever with your friends, and I believe it makes for a much more entertaining experience, theorizing what will happen next, and zooming into scenes much more closely, being like, oh, that one scene was awesome because so-and-so did this. Things are more digested or more analyzed.
Yo, this game is hard. Minecraft Dungeons is not easy. Okay? I was not expecting this. I really got clapped again. Again. I really died again.
The entire media in general has a deeper understanding and a much more thorough lifespan. I would argue that this contributed to the hype of Stranger Things just simply fizzling out. People already got the entire 80s
y'all still be saying my name.
People were less likely to talk about it for a long time once it all released on one day. I mean, that's something I would argue other streaming services do way better.
Oh my God.
They know how to market TV shows. By the time Stranger Things 4 came out, I was only pushed to watch it after seeing so many TikTok trends about it. So I checked it out, and it was pretty good. It was probably either the second best season or first best. It really depends how the rest of the season plays out. Because unlike Stranger Things 3, they didn't release every single episode at once. Thank God. Yeah, there may be 2 more episodes left of the season, but like that doesn't stop us from theorizing now. It doesn't stop us from wondering, hey, what's gonna happen next? Not only that, but once again, the show is just really consistent. The writing has gotten way better since the past 2 seasons. And that's not to say season 2 and 3 were, like, terrible, because they weren't. They were pretty good. What I'm trying to say here is that...
He really said, Nate ain't getting clapped, he's getting applauded. Alright. 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 Alright, not a human. Okay. Okay. Alright, bro.
Season 4 takes the best attributes of all these seasons and combines it into one. The horror aspect of the show, it's to new heights. This season is bloody, really bloody, and honestly the scariest one out of the 4. The dramas these characters get into feel really real. I connect to the characters more as they're growing. The new characters introduced are also pretty epic, like Argyle or Eddie. I'm a pretty big Eddie fan. If something happens to him in the next 2 episodes, I'm going to be very, very sad.
Really like Eddie. I really like Eddie. I do. If Eddie's the new guy, right? The new rock guy that everyone's like blaming. I like him. Like his character feels like he's 100% a part of the world, a part of the time period. His rambunctious attitude, just everything about him. He's very much in the world.
Spoilers, I mean, I don't know why you're watching this, because there's spoilers up to the most recent episode of Stranger Things.
It's one of the only things they gave me.
Once a likable character comes in, they end up, like, dying off in the show, like in the very same season.
Oh my God.
So Duffer Brothers.
I'm gonna die.
Eddie will be okay, right? Right? The music used in Stranger Things 4 is what I would argue the best in the entire series. And yeah, that running up the hill scene, that is pure art. It's so good. It is in this regard that I think the Duffer Brothers have realized that we all already get that it's the 1980s, and that they really use it as a backdrop. They don't rely on the 1980s anymore to like get some sense of like nostalgia or whatever. They have become very smart. They now use the 80s and the culture surrounding it as more of a tool to help build the characters, which is similar to how it was in Stranger Things 1. It isn't like, hey, look, this is when this movie came out. Check it out, guys. It's 1985. It's more natural as opposed to what it was. Also, I'm really impressed because when it comes to the Russian storyline, I thought I would get pretty tired of it, but it's actually been pretty entertaining, especially with the latest new character, Yuri, who I personally think is a little underrated when it comes to looking at Season 4. Basically, what I'm trying to get at is that Stranger Things is
Yuri went crazy all season. Yuri literally went crazy this season. I was not expecting Yuri to boss up the way he did.
exciting once again. I'm actually actively looking forward to what's coming up next, which is a lot to say because this hasn't happened in a long time. I have the utmost confidence in the Duffer Brothers on landing a terrific ending in Season 4 and also delivering a fantastic Season 5. Unless they mess it up in the last 2 episodes, then this entire video is all for naught. Okay, anyway, subscribe, love you, bye!
I like the way he ended that. I'm gonna have to subscribe to this creator. Definitely check out Zeepstirred. I will link this video in the description after the stream to go check them out on your own. I felt like their review was hilarious. It was good. I thought that it was really funny and on point, and I like their perspective. I like what they had to share, and they touched on a few things, lightly touched on a few things that I was thinking about too when it comes to Season 4. All right, we're going to watch another review. This time, I want to see someone roast. I want to watch someone roast Stranger Things Season 4 into the ground. That's literally going to be the whole point. I want to watch someone roast it into the ground. So that's exactly what I'm going to find. I want to see why people say it's bad. Let's see what we got here. Let's see if I can find a decent video. I want to see someone roast it. Oh man, Stranger Things Season 4 is a disappointing mess. A disappointing mess. Hold on. We're gonna have to. I want to see what they have to say. That is quite a title. Okay. Look at that thumbnail. Just look at that. What are y'all talking about? More interesting things Season 4, like Stranger Things makes you poor. The strangest thing is that I trusted you. That's the strangest thing, y'all. The strangest thing is that I keep dying to these mobs. That's the strangest thing. We're going to find the strangest thing in this video. Let's see if I agree with this opinion or not. This is by the creator called Dead Metal Media. And literally the description just says trash. All right. All right. It literally just said trash. All right. Let's see what they're saying.
You know, the longer I live on this planet and see the absolute putrid garbage that these ridiculous streaming services and companies like Netflix choose to shit out every single time some hype builds behind a show, I just want to put a fucking bullet in my brain. Stranger Things was never great. It was never as good as you idiots made it out to be. It was a garbage show from the very first episode.
Why it gotta be idiot, though? Why he come for me? Why did he come for all of us? Who hurt you, bro? Who hurt you? He came for all of us. He came for our necks. He said we're all idiots. This dude went mask off. This dude went mask off. Hey, I didn't necessarily say that he's wrong. Okay, I am pretty much an idiot. I'm not saying he's wrong, but man, I don't like being called it. Okay, I don't always like being referred to as being stupid, even if it's true.
And that trash train just continued to trek along and nosedive into absolute fucking scum status. I mean, seriously, 4 seasons of this garbage, 4 seasons of palling around with a bunch of fucking misfit kids. Seriously, what is this? What are these kids? Is this the island of misfit toys? The fuck is this shit? All right, like, come the fuck on. None of these characters are interesting. All right, none of these characters bring anything to the table. None of these characters bring anything of substance.
Nothing interesting? Not anything. There's nothing interesting about any of the characters. Not one single thing. The fact that what's-his-face is a freaking stoner that basically operates like Shaggy throughout the entire season is hilarious, and I feel like it's an interesting detail. It's different. It's definitely different for the series. The fact they went to California and they're making fun of California culture is kind of interesting. You're telling me right now you got nothing out of the plot whatsoever? This is 98% satire. You feel like he's just trolling? He's being facetious? Y'all feel like he's being facetious? Yeah, bro hasn't stated one valid reason yet. No, he hasn't. He just said that not any of the characters were interesting at all. Not even a little bit. Like, dude, did you not watch it? I feel like he just didn't watch it. Also, what is this video? I thought we were going to get more than just the thumbnail and him talking. He couldn't give 2 craps about his content. Like, at all. Like, he just put up a picture, put garbage over it, and called it a day. Wow.
To the show, all right? You got that one kid who's missing half his fucking teeth. Guy looks and talks like a fucking horse, okay? You've got Will, who is the most nameless, bland, white...
No. I know you did not just make fun of this actor. I know you did not just make fun of his ectodermal dysplasia. Absolutely not, bro. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. No. It's one thing to talk about this show. It's another thing to talk about the actor himself and making fun of his very real condition. Are you freaking serious? Are you freaking serious? This video is a joke. This creator is a joke. This creator is a joke. I'm sorry. I was trying to come into this with some kind of nuance and some kind of positive attitude or something of some kind of nature. But no, this creator is actually a joke. Are you freaking serious? What is this review? This isn't even a movie review or a show review anymore. This is just some idiot ranting about other people's face when he's not showing his. Where's your face, bro? I bet your face is so much better than Dustin's, right? Than Gadden Matarazzo. I don't know how to say his name. But if you're going to come on here and insult this actor's face, you might as well show your face too. So we can all see it too. The strangest thing about this is his face, probably. The strangest thing about this review is the fact that this creator can crap all over this cast and get less than 20k views. Bruh, this creator is trash. What is this?
Brad Pickett Finch shit character I've ever seen. Horrible. Disgusting. Abomination of character writing with Will. He should have died in the Upside Down in the first season, point blank. That's a fact. If you disagree, click the fuck off this video. Give it.
All right, look, that one point isn't the craziest. I will give him that. That one aspect of the story, I will give him that. I will say that. Look, that one aspect of the story about Will surviving everything is a bit weird. It's a bit plot armor-ish. I'll give him that. But overall, so far, this review is bad. This review is trash. Your overall review of this is trash. I feel like this garbage thumbnail could honestly sum up probably your whole channel. What is this? I hope I don't hear another. I'm gonna listen to the rest of this just to hear him out. I want to hear him out. But this is bad so far.
Hit the dislike before you do, bitch. Then there's Mike. He seems to be the most popular of them all. I don't understand why. This dude is a complete fucking idiot. In the entire first season, he forgot the code bros before hoes. He was only interested in trying to hook up with 11. And then what? By the time season 3 rolled around and he finally got some, she wisened up and dumped his ass.
This guy's an incel. I'm sorry. I found a freaking incel. I hate to say it. This dude sounds like an incel. He does, okay? Or they. I don't want to judge them based off their voice, because for all I know, they could be non-binary or something. But, yeah, this person sounds like an incel. Just straight up. What is this?
Left that limp dick motherfucker in the rearview mirror where he belonged. But, you know, season 3 was garbage for a lot of reasons. Namely, the introduction and manifestation of the character Robin, who exists solely to check an SJW box, a diversity box.
Oh,
to
no.
appease all the terrible, disgusting Democrats
Oh,
that continue
Lord.
to run rampant in our once great nation.
Oh, gosh. Oh, man. Oh, this criticism is so trash. What is this criticism? Your criticism is that they threw in an LGBTQ character to appeal to the crowd? Do you really believe that? Do you honestly believe that right now? You don't think that it's possible that they could have just wanted that character in the main story just cuz? They could have just wanted the character in there. For all we know, the actress might be that way. What if the actress is LGBTQ and they wanted representation? There's plenty of LGBTQ people in the world. This isn't something that is this big brain boom thing. This isn't the biggest thing ever. Like, this isn't some massive, like, brain explosion news flash to people. LGBTQ people are everywhere. And if they're in cinema or they're being represented in a show, it doesn't mean they're only trying to serve that fan base. They might just be trying to replicate real life. Murder. Oh my God. Whoa. Huge revelation. There could what? Oh my God. Whoa. People have gay friends. Whoa. This dude needs to leave his house.
God, I miss Donald Trump. You know, Stranger Things
Yeah. I look, all right. I didn't want to say it. They're right there. Honestly, that right there, that just pretty much summed it up, didn't it? What he just said. That just summed it up, didn't it? He said, God, I miss Donald Trump. Yeah, bro. Yeah. Nah, you done. You done, bro. You're done. You're honestly done. You're out. You're so far down the rabbit hole, there ain't no coming back. There ain't no coming back. Even if you like Donald Trump, let's say you're really a Trump supporter. That has absolutely nothing to do with this. It literally has nothing to do with this. Like, actually zero. Oh my gosh. This has to be one of the worst videos I've ever seen on YouTube. This has to be one of the worst videos I ever seen.
presents everything wrong with modern television. It's overdone. They've beaten this horse half to fucking death into the ground, picked up the corpse, and continued to beat it further. I mean, this should, let's be honest, right? Miniseries exist for a reason. Netflix has done plenty of them. Stranger Things should have been a miniseries.
Payne, you gotta go. That's all good, bro. I get it, man. You can come back when it's back on Fortnite or when we're back to talking about something that's a little bit less serious. Because this guy's got me going. I want to hear this out just because I feel like maybe there might be something of merit. And I'm kind of hoping at towards the end, he just goes, I'm joking. This was all satire. I hope you didn't get too pissed off. Please don't hit the dislike button. I'm kind of giving him an out here. I'm hoping that somewhere some point down the line in this video, he's just going to be like, you know what, never mind. But I'm starting to think that maybe that's not the case.
You know it. I know it. They didn't need to drag this shit out for 4 fucking seasons. And then what's this? Oh my God, they give Hopper this entire fucking send-off. They give him this letter right in 11. She's crying. Oh my God, my dad's gone. Boo fucking who. And then, of course, not even after her tears have dried do we get the reveal that the motherfucker's still alive. The writers of this show need to go back to fucking junior high creative writing, because they have no idea how to end a story. You want to bring Hopper back after a season or 2? Fine. Actually, not fine. We don't need a couple more seasons of this trash. They should have killed that motherfucker, shown him with a bullet hole in his head. Finito, the end, done. Just like Will in season 1. You want to amp up the tension? You need to maim, you need to hurt, you need to wound, and you...
Thank you for being a part of the stream, Not a Human. This is so weird. It's so weird. Like, I want to know where's his point of reference? So what are good shows for him? Like, what is an amazing show for him? I hope that he goes into that. And I guess that's also what I'm looking forward to as well in this video. I'm kind of hoping that at some point he goes, well, this show did it way better. Okay, and if I can agree with that, then maybe we can be eye to eye somewhere. But so far, I'm not getting any of that. I'm just getting constant, I hate this about this, and like no kind of real nuance or anything that even has to do with like story structure or anything. I do hear a couple of things of like him saying, look, this death here was disappointing, or them not killing this character off is disappointing. And I get that. It kind of takes you out of the realism of the show. I understand that. And plot armor can be very annoying sometimes. But like, as far as this guy is going with it is insane. You would have thought that they just took some popsicle sticks, threw out some cut up paper on top of them, and was just dancing in front of a camera the entire season. And just playing some random music in the background. Like, you would have thought that that was the show compared to this, based on what this guy is going off on about.
You need to kill your main characters. That's how you create stakes. Not that terrible ass Bob death scene from season 2, by the way. That shit was so anticlimactic. It was clear that they were going to pop this motherfucker. Then again, I demand that Sean Astin be killed in every single thing that he is in. The man's a terrible actor. He's a fat piece of shit. And most of all, he fucking carried Frodo to the volcano to toss the ring in. If I was Samwise in that moment, I would have kicked Frodo in the fucking face, took the ring off his finger, and ran all the way back to the fucking Shire. You know?
Nah, this is satire. There ain't no way. He's not serious. He's not serious. He's just not serious. Not saying all that. There ain't no way. There actually ain't no way.
How much power that fucking ring represented? Oh my God, seriously, this guy plays the dumbest characters, and he gets killed in every fucking thing. He should have died in Rudy. Motherfucker should have died in Rudy. You know it as well as I do. And oh my God, the more I talk about this fucking trash show, the angrier I get. Apparently, we all hated Steve in the first season, but now he's the internet's love child. We all love Steve. He's like the fun babysitter. You know, he's working at the mall, making his ice cream, trying to get with Robin, but she turns him down because she would rather muff dive than be caught anywhere close to his fucking 4-inch dick. I mean...
Oh my gosh, why? Who finds this entertaining? Let me just go through the comments. Let me just see what people have to say about this. I'm new and I finally started watching. I'm halfway through season 4. This series isn't trash, but it certainly hasn't lived up to the hype. It's pretty good, don't get me wrong, but people make it out to be so much more, like making Running Up That Hill popular again when it's a decent song, not a masterpiece amplified by the love of the show. This feels very similar to Squid Game. Hyped to oblivion, but it really is a good show. Not special. Okay. Reasonable take. Reasonable person. I've watched press release for only episode 1. How on earth you can call it garbage? I simply don't understand. It's phenomenal. Okay. Yeah, I agree just here. Literally, the more I listen to him talk, the further he goes down a sinkhole. Dude doesn't show his face, and honestly, thank you for saving our eyes.
Perfect.
Yo, Joey, welcome to the stream. Yo, I'm kind of going off the deep end. I was looking for people who had negative opinions about Stranger Things season 4. First, we watched a recap, then we watched someone's just positive opinion. Now I'm watching negative opinions. I ended up clicking on this video titled Stranger Things season 4 is a disappointing mess, and we ended up getting caught up in a bunch of Trump anti-LGBTQ body shaming garbage. Like, honestly, this reviewer isn't really even reviewing the show anymore. They're really just outing themselves as an incel. that's kind of what's been going on right now. So this has been interesting. What's up, Kian? Welcome back, Bane.
This dude is the saddest, most pathetic pile of failure I have ever seen. And believe me, that is saying something. I have sat through some trash shows. I have sat through the worst of the worst. I have sat through all the Marvel shows. They're all garbage.
Okay. Yeah, this guy is actually trash. This creator, I hate to say it, but this creator might not be that bad, but I will tell you right now, this particular video is actually terrible. This really is one of the worst things I've seen on YouTube, and this has got to be the worst video I will watch all day. It might be the worst video I've watched all week. And I hate to be this on this guy, because I was not expecting it. But like, he's not even roasting the show. He's roasting the actors and the actresses involved in the show. And it's for the worst reasons. He's not even roasting them based on what they're saying. He's not roasting them based on their script. He's not roasting them based on the story writing. He's not roasting anything about the show that's credible, outside of like, he has a problem with the way the characters look and the way their characters are being portrayed. And for some reason, he's fusing them, almost like the actors and the actresses themselves are their characters like fused in with their real life or something. Like, Steve, the character, is just a character, bro. This is fake. You know that, right? You know this is a show. It's a fictional show. Like, what?
All right, Steve is the worst character. Steve from Stranger Things tops all the however many Steves there are from the MCU. All however many Steves there are from the DCEU. All right, this dude is a pile of absolute garbage. He's not a good role model. He's reckless with those children. He thinks, like, dude, seriously, swinging around his bat thinking he's tough shit. Dude, you want to talk hardcore with a fucking bat? Negan would crack this motherfucker in the skull and leave him bleeding in a puddle of his own blood.
Okay, so you referenced The Walking Dead. Interesting. Yeah, no, I 100% disagree, by the way. I 100% disagree with what he's saying about Steve. But it is interesting that that's his point of reference. I was waiting for this. I wanted him to talk about shows that he feels are so much better than this. And there we go. He thinks Walking Dead, that's literally The Walking Dead at this point. Let's be honest. All right. I like it, but the seasons later, all right, the reason why people aren't watching it as much is because they drag on. The show has just been dragging on and dragging on and dragging on. It doesn't know when to end. Okay. He's comparing that to this. Really? Really? It's not even a fair comparison in any kind of way. But
pissing shit, all right? Like, don't even fucking start with this Steve fanboy bullshit. He's a terrible character. And then you get this bullshit, the Upside Down. Like, who named this shit?
Yeah, maybe he does think The Walking Dead is also trash, but this is worse. I agree, Anonymous Synth. It's possible that he's also ripping on The Walking Dead as well.
Demogorgon, like, who the fuck came up with these names? Like, my...
Does he really not know what a Demogorgon is?
God, this show just represents everything that sucks about modern TV, and you idiots are going to tune in day one to watch this garbage because you don't know any better. You got to see what happens. You got to see the return of Hopper. You got to see how they end it all. Well, spoiler alert, I'm going to tell you right now how it ends. Unsatisfyingly. You want to know why I know it's going to end unsatisfyingly? Because there's no way they're going to wrap up these bullshit character arcs that were started all the way back in, 2015, 2016? The kids got...
He literally doesn't know Dungeons and Dragons.
Too old. You expect me to believe that these kids are roughly the same age as they were when they started, a couple years older? The one dude, Dustin, looks like he's 23. I shit you not. Horsemouth himself looks like he's 20.
I can't believe he continues to call Dustin Horsemouth. It makes me so upset. It makes me so upset. Like, I cannot believe that. Like, I guess what really just pissing me off about it is people who have this issue probably do really deal with a lot of real life bullying all the time. And the world does not need to be that way to someone who's born with something they can't even control. Like, why? What is the point? Like, there's really no point. This isn't even really a good this is honestly the worst review I've ever watched. This has to be the worst review I have ever watched.
23. Like, what the fuck? How are they going to explain this shit? How are they going to explain this shit? Do they have a fucking Rumspringer and they upside down, go fucking get wasted, smoke some J's, come emerge out of the ground like a fucking bomb shelter, fucking 7 years later? That'd be a better plot than what we're going to get in Stranger Things Season 4. Don't watch this trash. It's complete.
Don't do that just here. I will never condone that. Don't dox anybody. Do not attack this creator. Do not do anything to this creator that could harm their livelihood. Do not do anything at all to this creator. Don't even leave a negative comment. Okay? Don't even leave a negative comment on my behalf for this creator. Okay? I don't want anyone harassing him. This is just an opinion. His opinion's hot garbage. His opinion's terrible. He probably should just stop making videos. I would say that. I would say just stop making videos. You did all this to get less than 20,000 views. You did all of this. You shamed an actor and body shamed them and talked about how bad their teeth are for less than 20K views, which is butt cheeks. That's butt cheeks. But with all that being said, this is still just an opinion. You know, this is this person talking crap on the internet. Who cares? At the end of the day, right? So, I was not expecting to find a Stranger Things review this bad. I really was not. I was kind of hoping that I was going to find like someone roasting the season and roasting the characters and their decision making during the season. I was not expecting to find an incel. But I guess that's just the internet. I'm done with this video. On to the next one. We're going to watch another one. We're going to watch something else. Speedy, that's butt cheeks. Hey, if that's my catchphrase, if that ends up being my catchphrase, I'm okay with it. All right, I'm okay with it. Because honestly, that video was butt cheeks. Okay? It was buns. All right? It was not good. Not in a good way. It was not butt cheeks in a good way. It was butt cheeks in a bad way. Terrible. Terrible. Okay. I didn't want to mention that creator's name again. At first, I was gonna mention them and maybe even like the video, but no, not at all. Not at all. I didn't want the video was so bad, I don't even want to dislike it. because it's still interacting with it. Like, I don't want to leave a comment. I don't want to dislike it. I gave the guy watch time, and I can't get it back. There's no getting that watch time back, so it is what it is.
This video.
Man. When is the next Fortnite stream? I want to do one this week. I want to do one this week, Bane. I definitely want to do one this week. Okay. I was looking for more negative reviews, but after that last one, that kind of killed it a little. We're going to get back into the nitty-gritty of some positive reviews. This one is called Stranger Things 4 is Great, and this also popped up in my recommended, so I'm excited to watch this. I want to see what they have to say. And yes, I am still playing Dungeons.
It was sponsored by Aura. Stranger Things is very strange to me. Every 3 years in the 2-week window where the show is at its most popular, the show is everything to me and thousands of stan accounts on Twitter. But when that 2-week window disappears, it's like the show never existed in the first place. This season, I don't know if that's going to be the case. Stranger Things 4 is one of the best seasons the show has had in a while. It honestly might be my favorite, which is saying a lot because I speak for a lot of fans when I say I had never felt more distanced from the show going into it than I did this time around.
I feel
Hopper's
it.
in Russia, some of the kids are in California, some of the kids are still in Hawkins, half the kids don't matter anymore. I mean, why is the show even still around? And I'm happy to say that season 4 not only delivered in being really entertaining TV, but more importantly, it proved that the show still
I wouldn't
has
say
a lot
I'm
of
an
questions
anime
that demand
guy.
answers.
I'm really not an anime guy, but I will tell you this. I have been very into anime. I have been very into anime. There was a point in my life where anime was all I consumed. And it was unfortunately during a time when anime was not popular. And being someone that was into anime was not popular. You know the Corey Kenshin doc, right? The video I did about Corey. You know how Corey is like, his hair is like permed, and he had like his rock phase and anime phase, and basically the main reason why his channel is called Corey Kenshin. I had a very similar phase, where like all I listened to was rock. It was all Linkin Park, and all I watched was anime. Man, okay, those were some formative years for sure. Nowadays, I don't watch anime as much, and part of the reason for that is I think what happened is I started finding a real love for traditional shows and movies with real characters in it. Not saying it, ooh, this is a boss. Oh! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! I'm stuck! I'm stuck! Oh my god. I can't believe I beat him. I was completely stuck. I haven't, yo. It's gonna be on the next Fortnite stream, Bane.
The show is honestly beginning to lose its original charm, in my opinion, and began straying further and further away from the strange underbelly of horrors happening in Hawkins. And with a ton of charm, effective horror, and addictive storytelling, this season ended up being one of my favorites. Let's talk about it in a few categories. I'll also acknowledge that this is a video reviewing the Volume 1 part. I think I might do an update when Volume 2 comes out, who knows. You don't realize how much the style of the show has evolved until you look back at Season 1. With each episode of this season costing like $30 million, you bet your ass it's gonna look good. And it does. Stranger Things takes a while to get released, and the wait almost killed the show's momentum.
The setting is almost everything of the show. Like, it literally is a big part of the show, is really just the setting and the way that they have the aesthetic going for the old school nostalgic aesthetic. They spend a lot of money on just that alone.
momentum, but my god is it worth it. The cinematography this season was gorgeous. That whole roller skating scene looked unbelievable. The production design was turned up to the max. I mean, every location felt so lived in and
I appreciate
full.
you joining the stream,
imagine the
Brownie
amount
Wolf.
of work that went into every little detail. My one complaint about the technical side of the show would be the CGI. I know it would have costed them even more money to do some of these effects practically. I'm at the very least glad Vecna is real makeup. That is unbelievable. But most of the upside down stuff in the back half of the season is giving me Spy Kids 3D. The bats in that one scene, come on. But all that aside, the show looked amazing this season. I take this very thoughtful and polished attention to the filmmaking any day over Euphoria's Tumblr blog approach.
It'll be... I want to do the Fortnite stream this week. I'm not sure what day. I want to do the Fortnite stream this week. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's chill now. I think I had enough controversy for the stream. I think I ripped into that guy's video a little bit hard. I was a little harsh. I was a little harsh on him. To be fair, he was very harsh about those characters. He was very harsh about the actors and actresses and the writers of the show, so. But I was very harsh about his content, so yeah, we need something chill now.
Let's talk about some of these characters, because I have some thoughts. I know this might get me in some hot water, but I thoroughly enjoyed the character that is Eddie. He has great hair, his over-the-top delivery is much needed.
Yeah, Eddie low-key carrying the season.
I think he's very attractive in a way that is kind of what you want in a TV star. I enjoy looking at him, and that's enough for me. I will say I think they should do more with him in the future. A chaotic Steve is simply not enough for me, but I'm honestly just glad he's here. I thought Sadie Sink's performance as Max was undoubtedly the standout of the season. I 100% agree with all the people saying she's going places. She clearly has the talent. I also really like Caleb McLaughlin as Lucas. He seemed to really understand the tone of the show more than any of the other kids this season, and Lucas was honestly one of the more interesting characters to watch. I know it seems like...
I had a problem with Lucas whole season. I did. I had issues with Lucas. It was rough. I get what he's trying to do. I get he wanted to be popular, but like I had issues with Lucas not being loyal to his day ones. They literally helped save your life, bro. Who cares about the popularity? Come on, Lucas. Lucas was being... Lucas, really. He's being L. He was being an L friend for most of the season.
Like I'm getting happy over the bare minimum, but it just feels nice to have a character that feels like he needs to be in the show still.
Chrissy.
And like with every season, David Harbour feels like a college athlete on a high school JV.
Even though Chrissy was an interesting character and was in a lot of ways a bit of a heel, it was interesting still. She's interesting.
Team. He's way too good of an actor for this show. I genuinely think he should be in the running for an Emmy for this season, because my god was he good. And I'm glad Natalia Dyer is Nancy got a lot more to work with this season than she has in the past. I'm glad of all the characters that have started to feel useless. The writers knew that she was interesting enough to kind of do more with. Millie Bobby Brown is Millie Bobby Brown. She's great and doesn't really do anything mind-blowing this season with the character, but definitely cared what she needed to. And one last hot take is that I like Argyle. I think we should keep him around. He's good. Now, as for the bad, I think Robin and Dustin are both kind of really annoying at this point. I get that they're supposed to be the comic relief, but it's the kind of comic relief that isn't so much a relief as it is interrupting something to make a joke.
I'm surprised. There's a lot of people who didn't like Dustin, huh? They didn't like Dustin's character this season. I felt like Dustin was interesting. I felt like he was bringing some vibrance to the entire thing. Papa Hot Sauce, welcome back to the stream. You missed it. You missed something. Oh man, you missed a crazy... Whew. You missed a crazy last like 30 minutes or so of this stream, man. I will say that. You missed some wild stuff, bro. I was going off on this one creator, man. It was a... this has been great. Definitely some shenanigans. Definitely some shenanigans. But yeah, I felt like Dustin, in most cases, he was the person coming up with a lot of the ideas, and I like that. It's something I wish I never saw. Oh man, tell me about it. Worst video on YouTube. Ooh. Oh, almost died. Loving the multitasking of video and gaming. Hey, I'm trying, bro. I'm trying. I'm about to die.
Steve pulls it off every time. These two,
You've
I don't
seen
know,
worse.
Finn
I know.
Wolfhard, Charlie Heaton, and Noah Schnapp. Fellas, these boys do not need
I wonder
to
how many
be in the
dislikes
show
it got.
anymore.
Because they hit all the dislikes. I wonder too, honestly. I feel like that video got cooked. And when I went in the comments, there really wasn't too many people that agreed with any of his points. It was mainly just people kind of crapping on him. Am I really all out of arrows? This isn't good. Come on. I need arrows.
Finn Wolfhard I do like a lot. He's an interesting actor, but I think he has fully outgrown this show. Charlie Heaton's character is completely pointless at this point. He could die and I would not feel a thing. The Nancy stuff is so uninteresting to me. Like, who cares at all at this point? And Noah Schnapp, buddy. I don't know if acting is your thing. He was bad this season. I really didn't like him this season. Nothing against Schnapp personally, I just don't buy him as Will for a second. And everyone else I'm pretty indifferent towards. Aside from those three, I think the show is really well acted, and this season is proof of that. I mean, do you know what the fastest growing crime in America is? For years, this crime has been surging and affecting millions of Americans. No, it isn't whatever the heck is happening in this show. I'm talking about identity theft.
Yeah, I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming. I knew it was going to be a VPN. I knew it was a VPN commercial. I just knew. All right.
Aura.com/Karsten. Now let's get back into the video.
Okay, that was
Something
smooth.
people love to say about this show is how it peaked at season 1.
That was kind of
not even meant
smooth.
to go past that point. I was in agreement until this season. Without getting into spoilers, one of my favorite things about season 4 was just how much it explained. It really made it seem like the writers had this whole thing figured out from the start, which is always a cool feeling. None of the major plots this season felt forced or drawn out the way they did in 2 and 3. Everything was very logical. Like, yes, this should be happening to 11, and it's interesting. And yes, the town would react this way. That makes sense. Which is why I'm kind of glad Mike and Will don't get that much screen time this season. The writers recognize that they are clearly not the priority.
There's much better
here,
bows,
and the show
y'all.
respects the audience's emotional engagement more than it does the stand culture that it could feed into, which is a funny sentence to say
And a better
because Euphoria
sword.
doesn't care about either of those things. But anyway, the ending, once again, not spoiling, was really great. It raised the stakes, opened up my curiosity about the show, added so many new layers, and just made me excited about it again. Because quite frankly, after a while, and I don't think I'm alone here, the kids trying to solve mysteries and battle monsters.
Well, I appreciate you joining,
repetitive.
Brownie
And at this
Wolf.
point,
I'll
we
see you
really
later,
needed
bro.
Something to explain the
You
monsters.
can upgrade
a
yourself
little
and
bit
buy
more.
better weapons.
Something pretty obvious
Okay.
about this season is that everyone is in their own little world. There's 4 stories going on.
Ooh,
Eleven stuff,
yeah.
the Hawkins stuff, the California stuff, and the Russia stuff. This kind of format
this is
immediately
cool.
reminds me of Avengers Endgame and Infinity War.
Hold on. Let me dive into this real quick. Your attacks decrease the attack damage of all nearby enemies for 5 seconds. Makes your weapon sharper, causing it to deal more damage. Okay. You should try the trick shot bow if you have it. Do I have it? Hunting bow. No, I don't have it yet. Interesting. What does this do? Pulls the closest mob in range to your position, briefly stunning that enemy. Oh. This game is really cool. I'm glad that y'all told me that I should try it. Honestly, I'm glad y'all suggested it, because I wanted to try it, but I wasn't sure. But this is dope. Ooh, I attack so fast now. What? Yo. I'm a beast now. Oh, I'm dying.
It's a massive story with so many
did I
different
just run off
characters and plot lines to keep track of that the
platform
only
on
logical way
accident?
of telling this story is to make it 4 stories. And with Avengers, it worked
Heads
in
up.
my opinion, and it
Boss
also
for this
works
level is
here.
hard?
It's a
Oh,
format
no.
that really works well for Stranger Things because you do get so many different tones that fit in this one universe. In California, you get this light-hearted comedy stuff. In Hawkins, you get a detective crime story. In Russia, you get a gritty prison story. And in Eleven's plot, you get this bleak sci-fi thing that feels pretty contemporary. The show proves it
here we
isn't
go.
just riding on 80s nostalgia. It's a kaleidoscope of different styles that miraculously kind of all work together. Now, like I said earlier, this video is only recapping Volume 1. I haven't seen how all of this will come together. For stuff like the California plot and the Hopper plot, I don't know how exactly they're going to tie that together. I imagine it will be pretty cool. But what's important is that I care, and I'm actually sort of invested in all of it. Even if Mike does not matter anymore. So
Why do you
much so
keep
that he
using my
wasn't even
swiftness?
in the final episode of Volume 1. I still want to see what happens to him. Not to mention, they also managed to fix the whole real-world implications aspect of the show. Something kind of annoying about Season 3 is how they had to pretend like the whole town would believe it was a
Oh my
fire.
God.
Obviously, who the fuck would believe that? I love the route they took with the town turning to conspiracy and cults as the reason for the killings. It not only added a really fun conflict to the
Lord.
story, but it also was
I'm gonna die.
believable
I'm
for
gonna
a
die.
small rural American town to go that route. Now, really quick, I want to do some quick predictions for Volume 2 because I think it would be fun to look back on. This is your spoiler warning. Skip to this part of the video if you don't want to see that. I think it's pretty obvious
Oh my
Steve
God.
is gonna die, and I'm not happy about it. Everything is pointing towards that, but I also think
Yeah,
Max
Steve
could
is gonna die.
and
Steve is
either
definitely
of them
getting
dying
killed
would
this
kind of
season.
kill a lot of my interest in the show.
I see it.
Unfortunately, it would be bold, but it would be very depressing, which is a little frustrating because I feel like we could have gotten to know a little bit more about Steve.
I can keep hiding.
Even though he's had a bit of an arc, we don't really know him that well as a
I can keep
character,
hiding.
and killing him off would be very disappointing. But
Oh my
I am
God.
99% sure this man is gone.
Oh my
He did not make
Lord.
it outside of the Upside Down the last
Come
time we
on.
saw him, so yes, I really liked this season, which is just a nice thing to feel for a show that I feel weirdly critical
Yo.
about. And I think I'm critical
What's up,
because
Asher?
it's such a good story. It's a genuinely entertaining
nothing,
show
just
with
me getting
a whole
wrecked.
lot of backstory, and to watch it unravel in real time, to have something this big to be invested in, is exciting. And I've seen it do too much good for me to want it to flop. And thankfully, it seems to be moving in a good direction, and I seriously cannot wait for Volume 2 and Season 5. Maybe I'll do an update video. Who knows?
Yeah.
It also goes without saying that the Kate Bush scene was one of the best things the show has ever done. Don't know how I forgot to mention that. It's pretty amazing. So anyway, thanks for watching. Go watch Stranger Things 4 and form your own opinion, and I will see you all in the
We
next
did. We did trash a piece of trash, didn't we? Didn't we, chat? That was real. Okay. This video was good. Shout out to Karsten Runquist, who I have seen their videos before. I think they made a video about Outer Wilds, I think, if I'm not mistaken. But they might have made a different video as well that I've liked before. So shout out to this creator. Their video was really good. This is a dope review. It was very in depth, and they you see, this is how you properly critique a show. Because after that review, I didn't come away from it feeling like the reviewer left things out that they didn't want to, that they wanted to say, or that they were coming for the actual actors or actresses in a disrespectful way. They gave out their criticisms of the season. They gave out their criticisms of the characters in the story. They didn't need to roast them for their appearance. He didn't need to shame them. He didn't talk about there being an agenda with the show just because there's an LGBTQ person. Like I really like this one. This was a decent review. It wasn't as bad as the other one. Because oh man, the other one was really hot garbage. All right. We're going to see if I can finally beat this, and then if I can't beat this, then we'll call the show a wrap. I'm gonna finally see if I can beat this boss, but this doesn't look good. It looks like I'm about to lose my last life. I was not expecting this game to be this hard. Oh, gosh. Okay. TNT. There we go. Ooh, and a level up. Okay. Hey, welcome back, Docile. You didn't watch me get destroyed. Okay. Oh, man. What was that fire? Oh, no, 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 no. Ooh, well. Ooh, ooh, okay. Well, that happened. That happened, chat. Okay. GG. GG, chat. I know. Wolfish Karma, how could I forget you? Well, y'all hear the music. I gotta focus on the cauldron. I'll try to remember that. Also, Fortnite stream coming soon. CG5 episode coming soon. Okay. Minecraft episode coming soon. I greatly appreciate all of you who joined this episode. This was a scuffed episode 9 of Alien Armada. The strangest thing was that review. I appreciate you all being here. Seriously. Thank you so much for taking a chance on my stream and watching me today. I hope that you were entertained. Hey, not a human. You said, you want to know why I'm an innate alien? Because I'm not a human. And there you have it, folks. Thank you so much for being here. And I will see everyone in the next episode. Peace.